Hey guys, Sam here with a math tutorial. This week, this section I'm doing 5.4, number 6 on page 244 in your textbook. And this is going to be a graphing question, so the question is accurately sketch at least one complete period of the curve y equals negative 3 sine pi over 3 in brackets x plus 2 plus 1. Okay, so I like to start these questions by writing what I'm looking for. So abbreviated, this is amplitude is A, VD is vertical displacement, P is period, PS is phase shift, and B is part of the formula, or the form, which I'm going to write at the top. So y equals, y equals A sine or cos, but in this case it's a sine graph, B x minus c plus d. Alright, and we can see this here by saying A sine, this is going to be our B, this is going to be x plus c, this is our d. Right, and so just looking at comparing these two, we can see that A is going to be 3, and don't make the mistake of saying negative 3 because A is always the absolute value coefficient, so it equals 3. VD, okay, so our VD is going to be our D, which is 1 plus 1, or I like to write plus 1 so I know I'm going up. Okay, we skip our period and our phase shift for a second and go down to B, because that's easy. B is pi over 3. Okay, now using B, we can find our period by saying pi over 3, by saying 2 pi divided by B. So 2 pi, seem to be scrolling. Alright, 2 pi over B is equal to our period. So 2 pi over pi over 3. So we can flip and multiply. 2 pi times 3 over pi. Now cancel the pi's, which leaves us with 6. So our period is 6. And our phase shift is going to be what's happening to C. So it can be done by going x plus 2 equals 0. So setting it to 0. And then moving the 2 over using algebra, x equals negative 2. So now you solve for x. Now we know our phase shift is negative 2. Okay, so now you're ready to graph. And now when I'm graphing, I like to just make a little sketch of the points on the 0, just preliminary, just so you know kind of vaguely where it is. And ignore these numbers here because it's all messed up and wrong. Basically we're going 1, 2, So for an easy way to do this, which I didn't explain, was you take, 6, so going 6 from 0, so I think the last one here is 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we can make imaginary 6. So now we have 0 to 6, and in between 0 and 6 is going to be 3, right? Now we can look at our shifts, right? So we have vertical displacement of 1, so we can move everything up, and now we also have a phase shift of negative 2. So I like just to do this in one step, so we're going to move this over 1, 2, and then up, right here. And the same thing for this, 1, 2, and then up. 1, 2, and then up. Right, so now this is at 4. This was at 3, and now it's at 1. And this was at 0, and now it's at 2. Negative 2, sorry. I'm just going to erase this so we can have a clean graph now that I've showed you what my thinking was. Okay. And now we can find the range by basically just looking at our amplitude and our vertical displacement. So 3 plus 1 is greater than or equal to x, and x is greater than or equal to negative 3 plus 1. Alright, and so now we have our max as being 4, our min as negative 2. And don't forget to shift the middle up from 0, but we did that already. Okay, And now we're basically going to connect our dots, and because it's negative, we know that the sine graph, which would usually in standard form look like that, is going to be the opposite way because it's negative, so it's going to look like this. So we know that our minimum is going to occur on the bottom right away. So our minimum is -2, so we can mark a point, and it's going to be in between 1 and -2. So the separation between 1 and -2 is 3, right? And so in between 3 is 1.5, so we can just go 1.5 from -2. So -2 plus 1 is 1, and then 0.5. So we're going to go roughly around here. Now we can connect these dots. You guys can probably do it neater because you're not on the computer here. Okay, and then our maximum is going to be 4, so we're going to go in between 4 and 1. So 1.5 plus 1 is going to be around here, and it's going to be all the way up at 4. Now I'm connecting this to 4. Perfect. And what you can do is just to show that it's going to keep going, you can do an arrow, because it's only asking for at least 1. Right? And now there you have it. There's the graph. Hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it was helpful. See you next time.